Hi, Jesse. Thanks for being here today. The last time you shared like how overwhelming everything feels, balancing work, school, and other responsibilities.
Mhm.
Could we maybe take a closer look at some of the ways that you have been managing these challenges so far? I'd love to hear about, times you felt proud or capable, even if it felt like small moments.
Yeah. Um, well, I guess there's times, where I feel like I'm keeping up, but they don't last very long. I'm always kind of falling behind, one foot in front of the other, but it's always one step forward, two steps back.
Yeah. Yeah, I can understand that, it feels like there's always more that you can do. I
Mhm.
remember talking about that, how you just can't seem to like keep up with things. But even during those times, it sounds like you're finding ways to keep moving forward day after day. And that persistence really speaks to your resilience. Even when you think about those moments when you're, staying on top of things, like what stands out to you as something that you're proud of?
Um, Getting a good grade on an assignment, or finishing a big project. I feel proud then. Um, that initial feeling, I feel proud, but then I don't really think about it much because there's always like the next thing. There's like, okay, well, here's my next paper, here's my next assignment. So that feeling doesn't really last long.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense where like you're working so hard that you don't have time to celebrate your accomplishments. But that is a great accomplishment, those moments are meaningful.
Mhm.
Despite, the heavy load that you're carrying, you're able to tackle challenging projects and excel. How
Yeah.
do you think, that ability to push through and achieve like shows up in other parts of your life?
Um, well, I guess it shows that I can handle a lot of pressure and stress, even
Mhm.
though I don't necessarily feel that way all the time. I'm still just getting things done and trucking along, even if it feels like a constant uphill battle. I'm still just putting one foot in front of the other.
Yeah, yeah, exactly though. Like you're handling pressure day after day, even if it feels tough and that says a lot about your strength and your perseverance. Um, I would like to explore like what it might look like to build on that strength in a way that could ease some of the pressure you're feeling. Like what if there were ways to keep moving forward, but with a bit of time for yourself along the way?
Yeah, that would be great. I'm definitely lacking that right now, but it feels like I genuinely don't have time for it. Like, if I do take a break, I just feel guilty because there's more work waiting, or I just feel like I'm wasting time.
Yeah, yeah, that's really understandable, especially when you're holding yourself to really high expectations. It seems like you've created this story of yourself where being constantly productive is the only way to keep up.
Hmm.
But maybe there's another narrative here, like a version where you're productive and allow yourself space to recharge without that guilt. What would it look like to like reframe breaks as something that actually contributes to your success instead of, limiting what you can be getting accomplished, other things that are coming up? What do you think that would
Um,
look like?
Maybe, if I looked at breaks as a part of staying balanced instead of slacking, it should be, equal parts, stress to kind of equal parts self-care. I guess I could feel better about taking a break. It's just hard to think that way when I just am drowning in stuff to do.
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely. It's a big shift, right? But think about it this way, you're already demonstrating incredible commitment and focus in your work
Hmm.
that allowing time for yourself could be a form of like self-respect, something that honors the work you're doing and sustains you, for the long term. Like, can you imagine the impact of your like day-to-day life if you gave yourself that permission?
Yeah, I think I would definitely feel less strained, if I didn't put so much pressure on myself to be productive every second, you know, um, or didn't consider myself lazy for taking a break. Maybe I'd actually get more done if I didn't feel so drained and worn out all the time. Maybe that would help
Yeah.
like fill my cup.
Yeah, yeah, that's really great insight, Jesse. You're starting to see that like by reauthoring your story to include self-care, you're not only caring for yourself, but you're also creating like a foundation that could support your productivity. You know, it's like investing in your well-being so that you have the energy to keep doing what matters to you, which is all of this really important stuff, you know, getting those good grades, working hard, everything that you're doing. It's really like investing in yourself.
Yeah. I guess I never really took that into consideration or really thought of it that way. You know, I've always just seen a break as something that I can't really afford. But maybe I can try to look at it as something that balances me and kind of helps me in the long run.
Yeah, exactly. And like with the strengths that you've shown in handling pressure and accomplishing tasks, you already have like the foundation to make this work. You're
Hmm.
capable of adjusting your routine and, you know, this small change could make a really big difference. So like what would it be like if you set aside even, you know, just 5 or 10 minutes each day just to check in with yourself? You know, we've talked about this a little bit before. Like it's a way of honoring all the hard work that you're doing.
Yeah. That definitely sounds less scary, sounds more manageable. 5 or 10 minutes doesn't sound like too much, but it could help me feel a bit more grounded and maybe like connected to myself. I could um maybe use that 5 or 10 minutes to like go for a walk or maybe just breathe or meditate, or not think about work or school for a minute.
Yeah, yeah. No, that sounds like a wonderful plan. You know, small steps can be really powerful. You know, imagine each time that you take those few minutes, you're reinforcing a new narrative, like one where you are both accomplishing things and caring for yourself along the way. You
Hmm.
know, this new story, it gives you space, you know, for the part of you that wants to achieve, but also the part that needs to rest and deserves kindness.
Yeah. I really like that idea. I think that feels m more balanced, but less overwhelming at the same time. Like I don't have to be running all over all the time. Just, that makes me feel a little bit lighter.
Yeah, that's great to hear. You're definitely showing a lot of insight and, you know, openness to trying something new, and that's a testament to your growth and your strength.
Hmm.
Let's keep on building on this story together. You know, how does it feel to reauthor your story as someone who not only works hard, but also deserves to feel, you know, supported and balanced?
It feels good. I never realized really, I guess, how much control I had over how I see things. It kind of like I'm my own decision maker. I'm starting to feel like maybe I can handle this one step at a time, just kind of like rewriting that narrative for myself, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm so glad, Jesse. You know, you're already doing such meaningful work by challenging the pressures that you face and exploring a version of your story that feels, you know, sustainable and balanced.
Yeah.
I really look forward to seeing how this all unfolds, and hopefully we can chat more next week about this.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I hope you have a great night.
You too.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.